Hello everyone, today's reading is for a special person called Shorty, and today's date is Friday the 16th of May 2025, and we'll begin the reading. Now you can hear me shuffle the cards. So this is a special personal reading I'm doing, and it's directed at Shorty for the reading, and I'll see what's in the card for that person. So you can hear me shuffle the cards. This is the deck of cards that I'm using. So let's see what's in store for the lovely customer. Okay. Okay, so today's card is about travel. Now, travel can be physical travel. Travel can be in the form of people progressing in life. Travel can be in the form of, maybe actually going away, actually physically going somewhere. Or it can be as a development of you know, of the person in question. Now, this first card to me always indicates what the reading is about. And I do close my eyes to get extra information from the reading. So I believe that this individual, this person, has got a lot going on in their time at this moment in time in their life. A lot of juggling, a lot of everything, a bit of confusion, a bit of chaos going on. And it does seem like a lot's happening inside their head, and maybe they need to sort of, slowly pick apart and look at each situation individually. So, that's what's happening. My readings normally go for around about 10 minutes too. Now this card, I know it looks bad, but it's not a bad card. This is known as the Death card, but it's to do with transforming of oneself. So maybe you might say that, you become a new form of yourself. You learn to become a better version of yourself. Maybe you learn to say, if, some people might have a weakness of procrastination, or someone might have a weakness of, being patient or something. So this is a bettering of oneself, a transformation. This card, even though it kind of looks I can't actually, because the community guidelines, I don't want to say the name of the card, but it's sort of like, anyhow, you can see what it symbolizes. You have to be careful with the community guidelines. It looks like a bad card, but it's about transformation, improving oneself, going from one level in spirit to the next level and bettering yourself. So that's what that card means. Even though it's to do with travel, it could be like letting go of your old self. And travel doesn't always have to physically mean physically travel. It can be spiritually improving oneself and bettering oneself, and how we interact with the world that we are at hand. I see like a hand in my mind's eye of gripping tight, and it's time to, let's say, travel and let go of things and just let things happen naturally, and still listen to your gut interest, but let things happen naturally. Try not to force things in life, because when you let things go, this beautiful surprise can happen. Sometimes if we want things in life and we block things, but by not allowing things to happen, we have to sometimes almost, surrender and let things happen in time. Everything has a time in life. This is showing like a wizard, a wise man. So I see that this individual has a lot of heart, is a very joyful, kind soul, that, they've got a lot to offer the world. They're very gifted, they're very happy, they bring a lot of happiness, They want to help. They want the best things for people around them, and they want to also learn to better themselves too. And travel, as I said, can be bettering yourself, transactional change. So maybe this reading is about change, not so much, traveling to another place, although that could come into it too. It's more about change, and we all try to in life better ourselves. Okay, so I see this is a week. I've never had this card. That's the card. I see, sometimes we're going to go through challenges in life. With change, you might feel uncomfortable, but you might feel, look, it's uncomfortable at the moment, but if I just follow my heart, it will be the right thing in the end. So by listening to your intuition, by listening to your inner self, you come through the dark times of whatever dark situations may be. So, in dark times, this is like a tree. In dark times, there's growth, there's challenges, and you'll come out of that growth stronger and be able to cope with more that life has to, kind of give you in life. Have to be careful of the community guidelines, the way I word it. That life will give you challenges, and that you surround yourself with good people in your life that will be a support system to you. That's important. The next card is about home. Even though, you can make your home a safe place, a haven, you can always know that even when you go to work, you can come home to your sanctuary of your home, make it a peaceful place, make it a place of joy and that you feel comfortable in, and that you can relax and take time out if you need to. I see taking time out, relaxing. I'm actually reading this intuitively. I see peace and beauty, enjoying moments in the garden if you've got a backyard, to enjoy the moments in the garden and everything like that. This is the key that you are like, the heart of the family, that you bring together everyone, and that, people come to you because you're wise, you've got good intentions, you're loving, and you're like the heart of the family. I see a heart of the family. And let me see. And that you're very patient with those that come to you, and that you're a good listener, and you're good at giving advice. Okay, so in life we have a bridge. We all have to go, the bridge of life. Life is full of ups and downs, bridges, and that's, the bridge you take, listen to your intuition, and you'll find the right, your right path in the end. And I'm going to actually open up one more card. And at times, this is like a moon at night, take the time to rest, take the time for yourself. Self-reflection's a good thing. Take the time to go, okay, I'm unavailable between this time and this time. I need time for me. It is okay to have time for you. So that completes the reading for today. This is, when I do a reading, I pick up on what I read at the time, at that moment in time. Any questions?
Yeah, so I do have a couple of questions for you. So how long have you been doing this for?
I've actually been doing this for 3 weeks. However, I've actually probably caught on to the tarot. Probably took me about a day. But I have been having visions for at least probably a year or a year and a half. So I've been having like dreams and visions come to me through different situations as to what's happening in my life. And I believe the visions can be warnings. If something's not good, I have been able to tap into that. So with this specific timeline, it's been about 3 weeks.
Yep. Also, did you need to get training for this?
Actually, the funny thing is, I did actually ask a lady who had been doing tarot card readings since she was very young, which I'm not going to disclose who she is, but she was a lovely person. And she said that she couldn't teach me because I already had the gift. So it's a gift I feel that's coming to my own as I've gotten older. And I basically just picked up the cards and just started reading. So it's almost like, people talk about like a past life, which I'm not really sure about. People talk about past lives, and it's almost like picking up a skill from another life and then bringing it into this life. So it's like that sort of skill. So it just happened very quickly. A lot of things that I found, with example, my artwork has happened very quickly.
How did you choose reading cards?
I find that it was just a natural progression, and eventually it I was interested in learning to read cards, but I'd learned to read cards or started to learn to read cards from someone that wasn't the right teacher. So then I'd left it for a while, and then when this lady came to teach me, she was a very good teacher, but she didn't need to teach me because it just spiritually developed. Sometimes with skills like this clairvoyancy, which is what I have, it develops in very quickly, and it's like you got the gift. I did not ask to be a tarot card reader. It just naturally happened. It just evolved.
Um, all right, last question for you. What is your inspiration?
I have to say my inspiration is just probably I've always been a very spiritual type of person anyhow. As I've said before, I'm not religious, but I've got nothing against religious people. I think they're wonderful. But I feel that I've always grown into spirituality. I use a mixture from my belief of religion and spirituality. So I take from everything that I see and then make it my own. So I guess I'm just inspired by life and what life has to offer. Because life will reveal to you what is meant for you. Not everything is meant for you. And that's what I've found.
Well, thank you so much for answering those questions for us. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. Now, to subscribe, please press the subscribe button for the Meow Meow Clan. Press the like button and the notification bell. And meow, meow, meow.